Your English is amazing. You just don't understand fast English because of many factors such as connected speech, silenced G's, environmental changes, and dialectal differences. In this video, I'm going to give you the key to understanding English in even the most complicated situations. Let's get started. So connected speech is one that is probably making it very hard for you to understand fast English. This is when we take a couple of words and we connect them. And to be honest, it's extremely common for us as native speakers. We do it so often, we don't even notice that we're doing it. Take a look at this example. Did you? Very, very common thing that we will say in a sentence. That gets changed to ja or ju when we're speaking with friends and family. So, for example, did you go to the store today? Did you go to the store today? Or did you go to the store today? Did you go to the store today? That's one example. Now let's look at the 24 most common examples of connected speech. You gotta know this. Going to becomes gonna. We don't say, I'm going to go to the store. We say, I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna go to the store. Number 2, want to becomes wanna. We don't normally say, do you want a cup of coffee? We'll say, you want a cup of coffee? You want a cup of coffee? You want a cup of coffee? Number 3, got to turns into gotta. Instead of saying, I got to finish my homework, we'll say, I gotta finish my homework. I gotta finish my homework. I gotta finish my homework. Number 4, have to becomes hafta or hasta for he, she, it. So instead of saying, we have to leave soon, we'll say, oh, we have to leave soon. We have to leave soon. We have to leave soon. Or for he, which is has to, he has to leave soon. He has to leave soon. He has to leave soon. Number 5, used to becomes useda. Remember, used to is used to talk about old habits. For example, we won't say, I used to live in New York. We'll say, I used to live in New York. I used to live in New York. I used to live in New York. Number 6, kind of turns into kinda. It just makes it easier to say quickly. So instead of saying, it's kind of cold outside, we'll say, it's kind of cold outside. It's kind of cold outside. It's kind of cold outside. Number 7, sort of becomes sorta. So instead of saying, that's sort of weird, we'll say, that's sort of weird. That's sort of weird. That's sort of weird. Number 8, I don't know becomes, I don't know. I don't know. For example, we wouldn't normally say, I don't know what to do. We'll say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. There's a very, very soft D on that don't, because a normal English D takes a lot of energy to create. I don't. So we just say, I don't know. I don't know. And even the kids these days will just write I-O-N, no. Yuck. I don't know. Number 9, give me becomes gimme. So instead of saying, give me that book, we'll say, give me that book. Give me that book. Give me that book. Number 10, tell them becomes tell 'em. And it sounds the same when you're saying tell him, tell him, tell him. Example, tell them to come inside is unnatural. We'll say, tell them to come inside. Tell them to come inside. Tell them to come inside. Number 11, let me becomes lemmy. Instead of saying, let me see that. We'll say, let me see that. Let me see that. Let me see that. Number 12, what do you becomes what'ja. Instead of saying, what do you want? Many times we'll say, what you want? What you want? Number 13, where do you becomes where'ja. Instead of saying, where did you live in 2005? We'll ask, where'd you live in 2005? Where'd you live in 2005? Where'd you live in 2005? Number 14, did you becomes did you or did ya? Or we could just say ju or ja. So for example, did you see that movie? Did you see that movie? Or did you see that movie? Or we could just say, did you see that movie? Did you see that movie? Just see that movie? Ooh, I'm sorry. It's true though. Number 16, could you becomes could you or could ya? Instead of saying, could you pass the salt? We'll say, could you pass the salt? Could you pass the salt? Could you pass the salt? Number 17, should have becomes shoulda. Instead of saying, you should have told me, we'll say, you should have told me. You should have told me. You should have told me. Number 18, could have becomes coulda. So instead of saying, I could have done that, we'll say, I could have done that. I could have done that. I could have done that. Number 19, would have becomes woulda. So instead of saying, they would have come, ... whatever. We'll say, they would have come. They would have come. They would have come. Number 20, must have becomes musta. Instead of saying, he must have left already, we'll say, he must have left already. He must have left already. He must have left already. Number 21, because gets shortened down to cuz. Instead of saying, I'm tired because I worked all day, we'll say, I'm tired because I worked all day. I'm tired because I worked all day. I'm tired because I worked all day. Number 22, a lot of becomes a lotta. Instead of saying, there's a lot of people here, we'll say, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here. Number 23, out of becomes outa. Instead of saying, get out of here, we'll normally say, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. And lastly, number 24, a cup of becomes a cuppa. Instead of saying, can I have a cup of tea? We'll say, can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a cup of tea? If you feel like you're getting value from this video, please like it and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I appreciate it way more than you can imagine. Thank you. Now let's continue. Next, we're going to talk about silenced G's. Luckily, this is kind of a rule that can be applied to all verbs that end in ing. So for example, the word going. Instead of saying, I'm going to the store, we might just say, I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. Or doing becomes doing. Instead of saying, I'm doing it right now, we'll say, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. And like I said, this is for all ing words. So nothing becomes nothing. Anything becomes anything. Everything becomes everything. Running becomes running. Laughing becomes laughing. Believing becomes believing, and etc. In the description, you'll find a document with all of these examples so that you can memorize them and learn to use them when you speak English. And if you'd like to practice them with a native speaker, I suggest that you do it with a tutor. If you don't already have a tutor, in the description, you'll find a $10 gift to Italki so that you can get yourself a private tutor that works around your schedule. Now let's talk about accents and dialects. Now, this is one that could absolutely be making it super hard for you to understand English when it's spoken, especially when it's spoken fastly. So, my accent that you are hearing right now is extremely neutral. It is like the standard American accent. However, my mother is from New Hampshire, which is in a region known as New England. So, they have a little bit of an English-like accent. So, for example, whereas I might say, "Can you open the car door?" She'll say, "Can you open the car door?" That's just a little example, but trust me, it gets way crazier than that. Just think about it. That's how different the accent can be just in my country. There's over 60 countries that speak English as an official language. So there's a lot of accents and dialects. And yeah, the language can change very drastically from place to place. And the last thing that might be making it hard for you is real life situations, environmental issues. I mean, think about the difference between listening to me right now in the silence versus listening to me talking to you quickly and there's a train passing by and there are people talking all around us. It's a lot harder to understand, isn't it? I mean, I literally have a C1 level in Spanish. I've lived in Spanish-speaking countries for about a year now. And it's still super difficult sometimes to understand somebody whenever there's a bunch of people around me talking loudly. It's hard to focus in on the one voice that you're trying to hear whenever there's so much extra noise. So how do we get over this difficulty? Well, what's been helping for me is a couple of different things. One, listening to very native content, like YouTubers that are for native speakers, especially ones that do a lot of traveling and maybe don't have the ability to cut out all of the background noise. And also something that really helps is using Netflix, like really native content. And I mean, when I watch Netflix in Spanish, I make sure I'm always doing it with LingoPie, because sometimes I just can't understand a word that's said. And luckily with LingoPie, I can just click on the subtitle. I'll get a definition, and I can even save it for later if I don't know the word. Another thing that you should do is, if you don't know all of the connected words that I showed you, go to the description and study that list, because that will absolutely help you whenever we're talking really quickly and you can't understand what we're saying because we're connecting all the words. And then for understanding the dialectal differences or the differences in accents, I would suggest that you try and listen to videos from YouTubers who are from different areas in the US and abroad. So, for example, maybe one week you only listen to YouTubers from Texas, and then another you only listen to YouTubers from Massachusetts, and etc. That can help you really develop a good understanding of different accents, and that has really helped me with Spanish. And lastly, if you're at the intermediate level in English, you should probably get a friend or a tutor that you can speak with consistently. And like I said, if you're at the upper intermediate, I definitely recommend that you use LingoPie just like I do, because it's a wonderful program. And you can check that out in the description, see if it's a good fit for you. Well, friend, that's it. I'm so happy that you keep coming back and taking the initiative to learn more English. As always, it was a pleasure, and I wish you all the luck in the world with getting over these difficulties with the English language. You're gonna do great. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.